Hey everyone, welcome back to Dorfromantik. Today's starting tiles are actually quite nice. The first one here, we do have a couple of placements, like right down here where we could get two perfect tiles, but I found this one over here. I actually took my time looking around for this one because usually when we see forest we just zoom down here, but that also means we have quite a few places with forest around our empire that has been neglected. And I think trying to close out this row right here would be very, very nice. Now for our houses here, we do have all our missions here, and this would actually complete a mission. But I think I would like to try and close out this pocket right here, and this also yields us 3 perfect tiles, so it's not a completely horrendous placement. This one is a pretty generic one. I thought we could place it over here in this field over here, but this one, however, is finally gonna be something we'll match up here. So very, very nice. That is finally closed out. We closed out the forest there. Very, very good. Okay, and I can see we are immediately greeted with a triple tile here, but that will be coming up in just a bit here. Let's see. Pure forest is still not something we want over here, to my surprise. We could try and do something like that, because we have quite a few houses over here, and we have possibly introduced a bit too many. So keeping something like this could be nice. Try and keep this upcoming tile here, maybe just a single house or a couple of houses leading over here as well. Let's do that. Let's give up one of our perfect tiles straight away. Let's see. This is a tile. I think, don't we have like... We actually do have a spot for it right here. How is that looking? I really don't like introducing so much garbage there. But honestly, hello, look at that. I don't think we can ignore that. I don't think we can ignore that. I hate that the forest is there, but I think this is too good a match to just pass on. Now we finally get some forest housing here. Let's see if this is something that'll match in here. It does not look like it. No, not quite. That's fair. That's fair. I also don't think it's a pocket anywhere. Oh, is it? Oh my god. Look at that. That's actually beautiful. That is not something we need to close out this forest, because we're not working at that at all, but that's beautiful. Very nice, very nice. Lots of perfect tiles, lots of score. Well, since we did get another one of these, maybe we will actually go ahead and take one of those double perfect tiles that I found during the intro. And let's see, how are you looking? You are looking... I don't think it's something you want down here. We just need a minimum, so it could be something we add up here, which it definitely will be. The question is where. It's not gonna be a perfect tile, that's for sure. You are connected. Right, I think we figured out last time that this one is something we have to complete before hooking this up. Unfortunately, I'm thinking right here is just fine. A little bit out of the way. Perfect. We have more housing and forests. Could be something like that for a perfect tile. I don't think I mind that at all. Sure. Let's do that. Okay. Let's see, what's the plans around here? You need to be led away from that, yes. 17 away. I don't think we are closer to anything up here. That's a no. We have this one up here as well, but we are far away from completing missions there. That has been a quick 1500 points so far. We also got some great tiles. Yeah, let's lead you that way. That is a straight river piece, which means you're gonna go up here. I think I can't say with any certainty that it's the first time we get 3 perfect tiles with a river tile, but I can say it's probably in the low count. Unfortunately, this field is not a house, otherwise we would have had the perfect placement for you right there. You are a field though, so we have to work with that. It's a lot of... Actually, it's forest, field, forest. Don't we have something for that over here? We do, actually, right there. Let's go ahead and grab that. Okay, let's see. First railway tile of the episode. No good there. Still working on these up here. 20 away, so it's still a bit... Still in the future. Not a good match there. Well, you don't have any grasslands on this tile, so you need to be free on matching. Could just go ahead and open you up over here. Either northeast or southeast, or directly north and south. Something like that is good enough. Okay, you are river. How would you look like that? You would look okay-ish, but it would present a future problem with the house there, so I don't think you're gonna go there, friendo. I don't think you're gonna go there. Do we have some river somewhere that we kind of need to close off, maybe? I know we have some wiggly going on down here. Yes, we do. That is not a good match, no. You're connected to the big network, so we can go ahead and close you off, honestly. What is this again? This is a field, yes. Oh yeah, by the way, we actually only have 2 achievements at the moment. We are running out of things to do in that regard. And I can't remember if these unlock achievements, but it's a small incentive to try and unlock this one. Which I'm fairly confident it will be as soon as this is connected. Okay, what are we doing with this one? That creates a triple tile. It seems like any tile we find here is not particularly good. Then you know what? Let's place it down there. That one should be easy enough to close off, or continue, if you will. Okay, we do have something like that for up here. That might not be too bad. Again, it's more forest, and we are really trying to close that off, right? Yeah, trying to close it off. Might still be the best option we have. That could also be the only option we have. Double fields, either house or forest. Or I suppose we do have both field, forest field and field house fields. Not sure I recall anywhere that we need that. Okay, what about here? No. No, doesn't look like it. We need to be very careful here. This is tight. We need to get the field out of here. We could honestly right now place this one right here. In that regard, this tile is perfect right here. Because that house is something we could connect to the city in the future, and it grants a passage through for the field in the future. This is not a great placement by any other means than that. This is definitely future planning. And for us to remember, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's forego the perfect tile. We cannot place you up there. No, you are not a match there either. Do we have anywhere else? Almost right there. Could be there. Yeah, could be there. Close off that, kind of at least screening it off, I should say, that small little cluster of houses there. Gets us closer to this as well, why won't we? Okay, that is forest and housing, which is something we sorely need down here, but we actually, I think, have a need for grasslands on every single conceivable tile down here where we have housing and forest. So this is not a good match. I'm not sure where this is a good match in either case. Seems like a pretty bad tile. Just want to see up here. Wow, it takes a long time to scroll through our empire right now. We had some double housing field, right? Yes, we did. I don't think this is particularly great, but we're gonna take it anyway. Oh, I have a sneeze coming. I don't know if you just heard me. And oh my lord. Okay, I think it passed. Oh, I'm sorry if you did. Okay, let's see, let's see. This is double forest and fields. Double forest fields. I am not sure we need that anywhere. We have some forest up here, but we closed off the field. Yeah. We have a couple of places where we're very close, but it's not really, that's not really good enough. No, I don't think we have anywhere for this one. Let's see. It's a lot of forest. I don't want to introduce it up here. How's that looking? That creates a triple tile, so that's not looking good. I mean, honestly, this is field on both sides here. I don't think it's a particularly great match, but it's probably the best we can do right now. Perfect. And you cannot be led that way. No, we can lead you south if we wanted to. And we do, so why don't we? We can further open up over here, or we could place you there to connect these two up. It doesn't change anything, they're already connected, so it only adds the one tile that we are placing, but it's good enough. Let's see, are you a pocket match? You are. Beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful. Let's see. That is the single house I was talking about. Where? That was here, right? Yes, it was. Okay, well, that's where you're gonna go. Why is it that when we get a tile such as this, where we might be able to close off something with the field, it's also full of all sorts of other garbage, making it utterly useless. Well, this one apparently didn't really match anyway, but still. And you are absolutely no match in here, no. Okay. I don't believe we have anywhere that needs Fieldhouse Field, but I could be wrong. I probably wrote all this down, but I'm not really in the mood for the notes. Feel like I wrote a lot down. It's a long time ago now. And it didn't really have the desired effect of me suddenly remembering everything. But that's okay. I think as long as we remember the triple tiles, and that's down to such a low number now that's we can honestly just remember it in our heads. Don't need to write it down. Unless we create new ones, which we are trying not to. I'm not sure if maybe we should. In my head, you know, triple tiles is worse to find placements for than other tiles, but it might not be the case. That might just be in my head. Ah, this is a horrendous tile. Absolutely god-awful. You're not gonna go up here, that creates too much of a mess. Every time we find two matching sides, the third one does not match. How would this look? Yeah, not good. I don't... I'm not sure I like that either. So how would that look? Might be good enough. Just might be good enough. He says as he keeps searching for a better spot. Okay, last look over here just to make sure that we're not missing out on something. Field to field, forest to forest, sold. And you were down here for two perfect tiles, beautiful. Okay, double forest, single field, you do not go there, no. Could we somehow utilize the water I mean, it wouldn't be difficult to utilize the water, but could we also get a perfect tile? That's the question. That is the question. Had the forest not been there to the north, I would have taken this. I know it doesn't utilize the water, but I would have taken it. Well, I'm not sure we have anywhere where we can utilize the water as well. I guess we can do something like that. That's not a perfect tile though, so it doesn't actually really matter. Well, we got ourselves a perfect... No, you know what? I don't want that there. I don't want the field there. That's already forced over here, so it increases the chance of a triple tile issues in the future. So let's do something like that, maybe. We actually have forest right here. We could do something like that instead. Close off that little lake there, or the river. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that and let's move on. What do we have with you in here? Would you fit something? That is a no. Okay. We could complete a mission if we can find a way to connect this here. But we don't really have any forests. Other than up here, and I'm not sure I want to introduce any more than there already is. So actually, why don't we look down here? That's actually a no. Unless we want to do something like this. I don't think we do. Right. Okay, well, apparently nothing worked for this one. Okay, double forest only works with a house next to it. It's on both sides, actually, or almost, if it had been inverted and the house hadn't been there. It's a lot of ifs, but yeah. Well, so far not so much. Yes. I think that's okay. Let's grab that. Oh my god, more forest and more fields. It's not gonna go up here. Would I have considered if it had been a house? Maybe, but it's still a pretty horrendous tile right there. Even if it had matched up. Feel like we were off to a great start, but since then the tiles have been kind of difficult. how are you looking down here? You could look okay there, but I would love for this tile to open up a little bit more. Field-wise, that is. Honestly, at the moment I'm just looking for a two-sided match as well. That might make sense. But it is actually not particularly easy to find. No, that creates a triple tile, so that is not a good match. Almost good right there, but almost is not good enough. Okay, I don't know if I'm going blind here, or this is just such a bad tile. I'm starting to lose my patience with this one. Sold. Sold. Let's move on. Let's open you up down here maybe. Yes. And a forest mission. You have to go over here somewhere. Question will be where we can have a nice ruined tower next to the railway down here. Hook you up to the river network. This forest is not connected and it won't be, so we don't have to worry about that. We could go ahead and close you up, so why don't we? We have some completely open water terrain here, and honestly this is very tempting. I know we are trying to close this one, right? But we don't have to like instantly close it. This is very tempting, so let's do it. Let's do it. And we know that you are gonna go up here. Let's do that. What is it we want here? We want fields, so maybe so much forest is not the greatest idea to close this one off. We do want to close it off, but maybe not with this tile. Forest fields is honestly something we are lacking a little bit. Ooh, that creates a triple tile there to the north. Interesting. Yeah, this is an extremely busy area. Okay, well, it's not an issue to get a perfect tile with this one. I would just like to find a sort of decent spot. That, I guess, we'll have to do. And this is something maybe we can use to close off some forest up here. Unfortunately, you don't really match with anything else. other than over here, which is, I guess, not too bad. I think because of the house down to the south, this is not such a bad placement for it. I think we are worried a little bit about a field going south to create a triple tile. You know what, sure, it closes off the forest as well and we can hook it up in the future. Okay, let's see, double forest and either house or fields. Well, it's not gonna be up here next to our field, that's for sure. That's actually not a double forest. And the double forest can't stand alone. I think if the field hadn't been there, we might have had a pocket for it somewhere. Maybe maybe the house would have to be where the field is, but it is close at least. Horrendous tiles all around. We have, yeah, as I said, the double forest cannot stand alone. Don't know why I even checked. I mean, at this rate, even a housed grassland or field double grassland will be just fine. I'll be more than happy to take that. Not there, though. Not there. And not in here either. Okay, and I'm getting picky. I would like the field to open up, though. I suppose having field next to grassland is not... It's not such a bad trade-off, maybe? Okay, I'm gonna allow it. I am going to allow it. You will not be going down here, that's for sure. Because you are a disaster waiting to happen. It is not river next to field there. Not the way we want it, at least. You, sir, are horrendous. House, field. I'll take it. We haven't gotten any tiles in here at all. We have actually gotten very few housing tiles. It's crazy. It is crazy. You can't really go out here because there's too much clutter on you. You cannot go up here either because you don't match. I guess the only place you could go is down here. Question is if we want you down here. Probably not. But we don't necessarily have anywhere else. We could put you there. And in fact, I think we will. There's a water station waiting to happen right there. Now this one... Actually another unfortunate side effect of... Another unfortunate reason why I think it's a good idea to close the series is that it takes so long to move around now in our empire. This, either here or here, I think, is decent placement. And this, I think, is better. It kind of keeps everything here open. And it keeps the forest here nice and clean. Let's do that. Let's do that. That was correct, right? It looks... Sometimes these with the double field that like cuts 1/3 into the side, they look off, but they are correct. They are correct. It looks off. Let's see. Do we want to add a where are we? No, we can, I guess we could add it like that, but we're not gonna. We're starting to have a lot of places where we have unconnected like this, with these little sharp turns. I'm thinking maybe it's time to have a backup plan for something like this and just create small little closed loops like we could do, just as an example. I can't see it anywhere, but let's say we could close this right here, you know, have clusters like that somewhere, just because we're getting so many of these. Yes, this is okay-ish, but we can't keep doing that. That is a pretty clean tile. I think having something like this right here opens up for this row being pure fields as well at some point soon. Let's do that. A single field, you could go in either of these places. You are a single perfect tile in both of them. And this actually closes off a field here for our self-sufficiency. Let's do that. You are field and housing, but I think there's way too much going on you for you to be good in any sort of pocket anywhere. If I can find them. Okay. Do we still have a bunch over here? We have one actually only left. Okay. Well, it is housing field. How are you looking down here? How would you look down here is probably the question. Not particularly good right there. You would look excellent right there, though. You would look excellent right there. So that's where you're gonna go. Finally, we get some houses, but you are not gonna go there. How would you look over here? That's a no-go. Well, our third and I would say final option is down here. That should be okay. Can we find a place for you? That's the question. Something that's not horrendous. We have so many missions here. I don't like covering this up though. Maybe just something like that. It's just a lot of grasslands, dude. Covering up it is. We'll just have to work around it when that time comes. I don't think it's gonna be before we finish the series though. Unfortunately. It is what it is. Let's see here. A nice long big field. Is that something we want down here? At the moment, no. Is something we could place there to close that off. It would be nicer with a just two sides of field there, so that's I think we're gonna hold out for that. That's not a difficult tile to find. So I think we will hold out. What else can we do with this one then? Yes. But we are not necessarily trying to close this one off. I mean, we might as well utilize this area here, right, for some fields. We do have the river out so to here now. So these tiles here would also be fields. Could also do something like this. Might not be too bad. It's not a perfect tile though, which I really feel like we should be able to get with this one. It's an extremely simple tile. Well, there's one there. That's a field next to river. There's one there as well. Wasn't there something like down around here? Or did I already fill it in? Remember there being a lot of fields down here, but not really finding them right now. Maybe it was something like here we already filled it in. I'm not sure. And we have this one here as well. That requires a house. We have here as well. That requires forest. Maybe it was something like this as well. I'm not sure anymore. Just remember so many fields down here. Okay, well, we shall continue. Actually, what we could do is maybe something like that. Might not be too bad. Would be better if we could get the field up towards this tile. But it's not the end of the world. I know this introduces forest here, but it also closes off the house. Let's do that. And we do have some house forest here. Unfortunately, it's not quite the pattern that we need for in there. But maybe we'll find something elsewhere then. It would be nice to hook it up to this to complete a mission. Okay, where were we? Yeah, this one. It would be nice to connect it up over here. But we already have forest here, and I don't want to introduce too much. That being said, though, we haven't even completed a single mission from over here. That's honestly kind of ridiculous. That's honestly kind of ridiculous, and I don't think, because there's no grasslands, it's not gonna fit anything down here. Unless we do something like this and introduce a whole bunch of new houses down there, which I don't think is something we really want. So maybe introducing a little bit of forest up here is not the end of the world. If we can find a decent spot for it. Unfortunately, this is still not connected to the rest. Can we find a decent spot for it? Somewhere with maybe grasslands mostly. Something like around here. But it's really still a lot of forest. It's double forest, that's the issue. No, I can't do it. I can't do it. Let's see what we have over here. Let's see what we have over here. Do we have some forest we want to close off here? We do not. Okay. What about down here then? Something like that is not too bad, I think. Yeah, let's do that. Sorry, I couldn't do it. I don't want too much clutter up here. I think this one is just fine for a perfect tile. A straight river piece with some fields. Could be just there. We're gonna be finishing off with a bunch of river here, apparently. We do want you to scoot over here. Maybe we do that. I'm gonna throw away. Actually, we have fewer tiles than when we started. Wow. It's funny because before we started, I was just thinking that with all these missions that we have, especially here, there's just no way that we are going to be having less tiles in these episodes than when we start. But evidently that's not the case. You are a double field tile. Where was it? I forget. Where was it? Oh my god, where was it? We want a double field somewhere. I know it's not gonna utilize the water there. It was up here. Yes, I'm in the wrong region. It was up here, right there. Yeah, let's do that. Let's grab that. I don't mind introducing the forest up here if we can do it in a good way, but I don't think we can with this one either. This is crazy. I don't think this is too bad. I don't think it's too bad. I just really want to complete a mission today, you know. Just a mission. Ooh, one more house, then one more house. Oh, okay. Now I kind of wish I didn't place this one. I think... we don't do that. I think we try to find two big-ish housing tiles to complete this one, thus only needing one tile with one house on it for that one. I think that's gonna be the plan. I think having to rely on two tiles with just the one house on it is a bad idea. That's a bad idea. Is this a pocket somewhere? No, I don't think so. It's close though. Close though. That would have been a I don't want to call it a redemption story, but you know, the luck in bad luck, I should say. You know. We had a good placement for a tile and we decided against it and find an even better one. That would have been a great idea. Okay, you are clearly houses. So what about down here? Close it off completely here. Is that what we want? I don't think so though. I don't think so. Does fit very nicely right there, but I mean, it's not closed off either. We just need to hook this up and then it's completely open over here as well. Yeah, that's completely fine. Okay, a blank water tile is something we could use there to hook this up. We actually only 4 away. Didn't it start out at like 17? I know we have gotten an obscene amount of water tiles this episode, but still. That seems crazy. We could actually place it here. We would ideally like a straight piece here. So it's going to be easier to get the river down south. This will accomplish just that. It'll even give us options in case we want to go south, or like a bendy one here with some forest on it. Let's do that. That is pure forest. Is that going to be a good idea? Down here? Yes, perfect tile. Okay, completely blank one. You are gonna go up here. Get some houses. How's that gonna look in here? Not the kind of tile we're looking for, but 7. Can we find that? That's one up there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is a full housing tile we are looking for if we connect this one up. If we connect this one up, that is a full housing tile. What if we do that? I think it says 4. I think that's the one. I mean, we can place it and then go look. We don't have to do that. I think that's okay. Then we're looking for one with 4 and then a tile with 1. Yeah, okay. How much you want to bet that we're gonna find the tile with 1 on it before we find the tile with 4? We might even get it right after one another, just like that. I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised. Okay, let's see you. Let's actually get you a little bit clear of each other with the upcoming tiles. That would be perfect. Let's see, with these plains, when do we kind of maybe want a little bit of a river up here? Or not a river, a lake. Could possibly, I mean, it's very early. I would have honestly have liked it to get all the way up here before we start doing anything. Maybe even with a bend in it, you know. Doesn't have to be so straight. I think because we're so close to this mission down here, I'm kind of inclined to hook it up down here somewhere. We don't have a lot of openings left, which is good, but I suppose we'll just do it something like that. And you are gonna go over here. We are definitely going to be losing tiles this episode. That's, as I said, so surprising to me. Is that how it is? That's how it is sometimes. Didn't we place... was it up here? I think it was, yes. Let's just close off that field. I think the ship has sailed on perfect tiles this episode. Could this be the last tile of the episode? I don't think so, because we are going to place it down here. But it will be a two-sided match. Maybe something like that. We'll need this one as well. Actually, you will hook up to this forest right here. Something like that. That is exactly what we want up here, but we have the one house coming up. I'm really not sure that what I want up here is a river in the midst of everything. Is that really what we are doing? That seems insane. I mean, the amount of rivers we get with houses on it is not small. So I'm honestly not actually worried that we'll be able to close it off. And I think if any place, then right here is quite decent. It is what we want. It's 4 houses. It's a mission complete. Now we're just looking for the single house for 2 missions, 3 missions actually. Which we actually have coming up. I think this is the correct play. I think this is the correct play. It's not a great play, introducing a river in the middle there, but I think it's the correct play, and we're gonna stick with it. And that means next time one of our starting missions, unless something is hiding up here, which I don't think it is, we never know, then we are going to be starting off with completing 3 missions and hopefully catching up on what we lost today. For now though, thank you for watching, and until next time, take care.